Exactly, exactly. And how to bring that
So
aggression
this
as white. E5,
for
you
e5.
know, played knight f3, so knight c6. The incredibly tactically gifted. So after bishop c4, suppose I did something like knight f6, castle short. d4 landed on the board. Okay, so cd4, bishop b6. Well, I'm not usually one to gift away my pawns.
Hmm.
Bishop g5. Well, what's fun for what? Oops. Let's take a look. d6. Knight c3. I was a little bit unsure about your move there, bishop g4. And they are both really moving quickly. Just, dang.
Oh my word.
And you want to come in? He's got his ideas still. Okay. Oops. Probably was something similar to what I was also anticipating. Of course, you just simply want to play bishop to e3. Guess what? They got exactly to this ending that we had expected. Rook to e8. Now, definitely the pressure's up. The players all played some very, very common routine moves. Okay. Queen d3. Try to take advantage of your edge. Knight b4. Can I just like boot you? Can an argument be made for queen b1, by the way? It's preparation, guys. Queen d7 on the board. a3. Okay, so let's say I go, and I want to capture on f3, and I want to capture on f3. So we're analyzing to a clean win. Knight c6. Dead bot shuffle. Precisely. Alert.
Not so clear, bro.
Right. I was going to say, I think it was in Vaikonze where it was Anish Gary White against Magnus Carlsen, and they played an incredibly theoretical winner where.
Uh, but okay, I do like queen d1. If we could look at that, continue that thought that you had there for just a second. Well, yeah, he's trying to create an imbalance, but it looks like it really boomerang. Rook e7. Wow, this is a really double-edged. Right. Oh, it's a win. No. Oh, exactly. Okay. So basically, he's given the move to me. Exactly. This has been the go-to variation
We will see it.
for white and black. Well, wait. Why is that so nice? And then
playing too well.
Yeah. Okay. So black has issues, no question.
It's dead lost.
Okay.
And such a high stakes game too.
Can't do.
Well, the threats are just piling up, aren't they? I mean, boy. All right. I think that's almost a force majeure. Bit artificial. Queen a5. Well,
Thing to do.
after we have some moves. What were they? Look, that's the whole point. When I grovel, I want something in my pocket for my trouble, and a pawn usually is the solace I'm looking for. A6. All very classic stuff.
Or I could take it.
Wow. We got to get to critical mass here.
Wait, is it not?
I want more than that. I want everything. And well done.
I could take it.
That's a surprise move. Ah!
It's taking
Bishop
too long,
G5.
bro.
Oh, makes a lot of sense too. Sweet! By the way, just everybody, once again, whether I like to or not, I think I'm going to shut down my bishop just for the tempo that it serves. Knight d5, queen h6. Frankly.
That is a free queen.
Okay, so there you go.
Why is this not working is the main question here. Not sure why is it not working though. Yo, Arslan bro, what's up, mate? It's been a long time. Wait, how to sign in? Wait. Oh my god, this. The pairing is too slow, man. Pairing is too slow. Pairing is damn slow.
c5, c3. He did it for a reason. e6, d4 looks good. cd4, cd4. Suppose I did something like knight f6. Now this very quick approach of bishop e7, knight f3, d6. This is too exciting. Ah. Bishop d3. Castles. Castle? I forgot. Knight c6. Rookie one, you found it. The e5. You're going to be doing a little karaoke this evening? Captures e5. You know me, I'm a pawn grabber, man. You gave me one. Can I have another? Knight takes e5. Right. Yeah, well, I have to defend my generation. Bishop b2. Bishop e6.
Army, of course.
Forgot his preparation, but I really like this move, queen c2 and rook to c8. And now. Lovely. Queen c7. But in this case, can an argument be made for queen b1, by the way? Played b5 right here. And how would the game have continued in such a case? Again, I think that white's for choice. I don't know how big it is. I think it's actually not that big a deal. It means that knight jumping to d5 takes d5, rook takes d5, and now.
So far, so good.
And I want to capture on f3 check.
White to move and win.
Okay. And I want to capture on f3. Bishop e5 idea is up an exchanger. And the problem is if I take, whoops, queen c2. Apparently this is theory, yes? Rook to e2. Okay, that makes sense. g6. I start to think bishop g4, and then can be a very dangerous attack. b3. Precisely. He did it for a reason. Ready to be gobbled up. g3 after h5.
Wow.
Oh my word. Well, then king g7. g5. Rook to d2. Oops. Very nice. Rook c1.
I'm not hearing the applause.
King g2. You're going to give me a pawn, but this is a glorious achievement. King f6.
He finds me.
a4. So this is after.
Bad moves for white.
Uh-oh. Why did rook a1 have to be played? But no, right into it. Yeah. Bishop b7. I don't see that as very forcing at all. Why did you put your rook on b4?
Oh my gosh.
I hate it. Well, the rook c2. I did the same thing against Roman Djindji-Hashvili in a World Open, and I got tortured for 160 moves and lost the game. That was not a lot of fun for me as black. So
Oopsie.
One of those things you have to be absolutely sure. Either you're lost, won, or draw, and you've got to take precise play.
Right. Check. Okay.
So there was tricks like this.
H4. What? Oh. Look at you guys go. Which makes a lot of sense. Check. If you could just continue your line there. So King F8, check. Right. It really does feel like it comes right out of some kind of Ruy Lopez, doesn't it?
White's best move, according to the chess theoreticians,
Ooh, I
is
wonder
the
this
move
one.
h4.
Learned this one pretty badly now. Takes it.
H5, we reckon is the best move. Check. King G3? Right.
I'll still push it, no? I can still push it.
And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move Rook on F1, H7. Right. This bishop on E5 is a very powerful bishop. Check. I'm not used to such tactics. We have King G4. And he played it so fast. And where does it... King to F5. In
Should be winning.
real distress now.
Should be winning, I
Check.
think.
And then King E6. If you want to trade queens, you kind of, you know, you're helping black. I did the same thing against Roman Gingi-Hashvili in a World Open, and I got tortured for 160
Just
moves
lost.
and lost the game. That was not a lot of fun for me as black. So
Interesting, he wants to give a check on it. I see what
Check.
he's doing. I see it. I see it.
And back here, take your pick. Right.
Just slide in, but it's not that easy.
F5. Check.
How's your chessboard? I see some questions there.
Took the pawn on F5, and he's keeping it. And basically, or good for black.
He goes king c5,
That's with a check.
king d4,
But rook c2. Rook takes h7. Oh, yeah. No, I understand.
Oh.
And guess what?
What's
King
going back?
e6. Check.
Going
King
back,
David
going
7.
back.
Check. Reasonable.
There's no way. It's most likely a draw, isn't it?
Right. Check. How about rook a4? Yes.
Did you guys just turn off my Skype?
Rook h8. Rook a6 did not seem, to my eyes, like the most natural. Rook h8. With this, or... Oh my. I would probably go for it myself.
king d4,
King to e5. Again, and how would the game have continued in such a case?
When
We
this
do
is
have the
empty.
move rook
It
d4.
doesn't see it.
Well, I want to capture on e4. King David 7. We do have the move rook d4. Check. And we got to this position. Rook to c6. Check. Rook c5 on the board.
It was draw anyway. Yeah, that was kind of cheap, no? Anyway. Need water though. Oops. Malgani. He's gonna berserk against me.
Again, this knight went to f6, e4, d6, f4, played knight f3, castle. Yeah, bishop d3, rook to e8, and this looks like it's all been seen before.
Of
Theory
course he's gonna push the pawn.
captures e5, and then came d5. Knight h5, frankly. Castle, bringing his pieces to the defense of his king. Knight c5. Of course, you just simply want to play bishop to e3. Knight d7. Well, the extraordinary part there. So a3's on the board, right? Yeah. Played a5, b4. Try to take advantage of your edge. Knight f4. The idea there is black wants to cover the business squares. Okay, so we're up to here. And don't forget, this guy is actually really fast, too. c6. Wow. Yeah, this was my fear. b5. c4 takes d5. c takes d5 this time. Try to take advantage of your edge. Queen e7. I just like a4. Wow. Knight c5. Because you also had the other alternative, which you were thinking about as well. So after bishop c4, that position looks like a very interesting one. And then it's strange what little I know about this position.
Right. I was going to say, I think it was in Vaikonze where it was Anish Gary White against Magnus Carlsen, and they played an incredibly theoretical winner where.
Oops. Okay. Bishop b2. Probably was something similar to what I was also anticipating. Knight to b3. Horrifyingly bad.
Oh my gosh.
Queen d3. So let's say
blunder.
I just make a move.
Come on.
By the way, a huge positional threat. Is this a serious advantage? And I mean, I'm trying to get out of the pin, and you keep it going. Knight g5. Because again, it.
Yeah, to resign. So far, so good. One hour to go.
e5, f4. Now he can take on f4 and knight f3, which makes a lot of sense. h6, d4 landed on the board. g5,
Knight c3.
bishop g7. Aha, bishop c4. Well, okay. Well, black is up an exchange. Knight c6, g3, g4. I don't like this So don't do that.
Feel sad.
Now he can take on f4. And I want to capture on f3. Asking too much? Oh. The players have very quickly gotten themselves into a topical position. Queen takes f3. Knight takes d4. No question about it. So let me put the queen on e7. But okay, sorry. Let me just play the straightforward lines, and then we can see what we'll do. Exactly. Castle long. Okay, but let's see it. Knight e6. This is a glorious achievement. Knight d5, and we're here, guys. But now he played queen c5. And he played it so fast.
Okay.
Check. Mm-hmm. So king f8.
Do you remember the Green Man?
Got knight e7. Conspiracy theorists. Well, I want to capture on e4. All right, very good. So clear. Like, for example, let's say I go here. So, but
Very strange decision.
This would be a blunder.
well,
This would be 100% blunder now. Here.
bishop e5. Is this a serious
Can take it
advantage?
twice. This guy moves. Maybe
No
here is
question
move.
about it. It's true. It's true. d5.
Hmm.
Bishop d3.
This position is very unfavorable for black.
So you're right. You think you'll be able to hold this pretty easily.
This is also a blunder
Knight
because of the
e4.
check there.
Yeah, I wouldn't go for this.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
takes.
Don't sacrifice the bishop. Well, I want to capture on e4. Well, I want to capture on e4.
I'll do this.
Bishop
I guess.
d6.
I don't
Oh
know.
my goodness. And
3, 4, 1, 2, 4.
and this is where you like the move f5. That's
Equal
tough.
pieces
Well, I
so
want to
far.
capture on e4. Bishop f6. Hey man, I got the two bishops.
Yes, come on.
Knight c7. We saw this position. b6. So knight d5. Right. Whoa, bishop a6. Very, very nice. Check. Took the pawn on f5, and he's keeping it. After there was a check. Boy, yeah, exactly. Knight c7. That's with a check. Here's my
That is most
intention.
likely
King
GG, I
David
think.
7.
This is losing. He lost a piece.
Bishop g5. Check.
I think I can even take it now.
This pawn structure and bishop ending is superior for white.
Go
The
back.
knight pops to b4. Put your king on d6. You've got nothing to fear. Knight d3. I mean, he's sitting there saying, okay, I want to blast open this bishop's diagonal. And all right, well, they are following our line. b3. So let me just make a
So I
move
can
here.
take.
King d4.
Okay, let me take the pawn on g5.
I'll go king c3.
Go here.
King d1.
Bad need of a win.
Check defense.
And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on f1, h4. I think this move rook h2 really came as a big shock. That's a nice one. Rook to d2.
I don't think there's
I
a
think this
problem.
move rook h2 really came as a big shock. I mean, he's sitting there saying, okay,
Here.
I want to blast open this bishop's diagonal.
Check. Yeah.
So a3's on the board, right?
King d4.
Played knight f3. Check.
Okay, this is
King takes
CC.
c3 will be on the board. They're so good. After h5, and let's just go with h6 for a second. h7. King g3? No. King f4. Queen e8. What am I supposed to do here?
King f3.
Queen e5.
Resigns.
Okay, so far so good. Nothing to worry about. Was happily leading. Now I'm playing Azar. Yeah, man. Azar is definitely strong.
Knight f6. c4. d5. e3. Looks so impressive. Capture on c4. e6.
Castles.
Yeah. And rook d1. Bishop b7. Knight c3. Castle. d5. I must say, I wasn't looking there myself. Take on d5. Knight takes d5. Takes d5. Take on d5. Rook takes d5. Queen c8. b3. Bishop f6. This is beginning to get more and more unpleasant. Rook b1. Knight c5.
You know, this is my opening. You know, like I'm playing it for years.
Those tricky knight moves. Yeah. Some really top players. Bishop b7. In reality, the engines are all beating the drum for knight d4.
Oh, I could take it. Oh my god.
Boom.
Sure.
Brain lag.
Knight f5. And
What
back
a brain
here,
lag move. Seriously.
nice to know that people are out there working hard.
Take.
Well, we'll certainly keep a very close eye on that game. That's
You can take here.
And that's very simple for him.
And capture on g7. Queen takes d5, which is okay. Rook takes d5. Rook takes d5. By the way, let's go there. Queen f3. g3. Okay, that's moving. Played knight d3. Knight f5. Yeah. I mean, the Berlin lives another day.
Do this.
What are you guys both warmed up with the Java now? And again, I think that white's for choice. I don't know how big it is. I think it's actually not that big a deal. took the pawn on f5, and he's keeping it. Queen c2. I used to play the Queen's Gambit accepted. Absolutely. I'm looking at some crazy line. Knight d3. In fact, after Queen takes a7, Knight e5, King g2. I don't see that as very forcing at all. I'll just play rook d6. I mean h3. Okay. My king has been compromised, and maybe f4. Knight d3. e4. Where's Alejandro? And then can I? Bishop c5. I want to go e5 ASAP, of course. Take your pick. Rook to e6, and here we have it. Queen d7. I'm not about to say that that's required. Check. King f1. Yeah, it's an improved version. This knight on c2, a4. Black is, he's the one who has to find all of these really important defensive moves.
Ooh, that is lost, isn't it?
Well, if you're going to be insistent, played b5 right here.
To take.
Excellent. Exactly. We're going to have to move real fast. Rook b6. Queen d3. But very double-edged as well. Well, I just wanted to say knight b4, a7.
Also take. Wait,
winning the house.
There is no defense, right?
Oh boy, I'm inclined to
And that is
seek
also check. Okay,
the trade of.
Lost. Well played, well played. And I'm still on top, 2300. Nice, bro. Nice, nicely done. Pretty strong. Top 10 so far, 34 playing. More than usual. Batting is damn slow. Come on. What is this? Why is it so slow? Damn, it's stuck. Oh, finally. He's gonna berserk, I think. No, he's not gonna berserk this time.
But okay, sorry. Let me just play the straightforward lines, and then we can see what we'll do. Bishop d3. Now, last time I played c6, and I got myself into trouble.
White's best move, according to the chess theoreticians, is the move h4.
Exactly. H6. Bishop
Looks like
F8.
he's gonna castle
This
this
is a different Berlin than I'm used to. C4. Queen A5. Check. After this move, knight C3.
Is a devastating threat.
So you're right. Castle long. In such positions, I've always, I really appreciated the advice of Walter Brown. He advised me that when my opponent's in time trouble, not to necessarily make the most forcing moves in the position, but to make a quiet move like King G2, just one of those moves that just says to your opponent, go ahead and make a bad move, get
Yep.
yourself all nervous, and, you know,
Mm,
Queen D3. Well, here, F5.
Miasser's next book, The Sunny Side of the Torture.
The knight on E2.
You're burning your bridges.
Oh. Go ahead and show us how white would F3. Absolutely. Nothing has happened. Okay, so let's say B4. Queen C7. And, oh, my man, taking care of me. Yes. B5. Certainly soak up that atmosphere.
interesting
get that
position.
chess spirit going. C5. B6.
Takes and
I don't get paid enough.
I'm gonna push
Queen
this side.
C6.
Okay.
It really does feel like it comes right out of some kind of Ruy Lopez, doesn't it? We did see A4. Okay. I think we're going to sacrifice soon.
Lots of options.
Knight H5. Dodging all the bullets that are being thrown. Exactly.
Here.
Oh, maybe it's even bishop
I'll check it.
G5.
It's a hybrid. It's a Knight G3.
I don't
Rook
think that does
H3.
anything.
Knight H5.
She's
Just
less
been
than here,
blitzing out their moves like no problem. And again,
Can I just push? Okay, so
or
it's
good for black. CD4. But well, I'm just going to grab a pawn. Queen takes D4. Well, the threats are just piling up, aren't they? I mean, boy. Yeah.
Go back, attack it here.
This is
Here, I
a
think.
glorious achievement.
Right. A little bit careful.
E5, I found attractive. Exactly.
Okay, that was possible. Interesting.
Queen D3. So Rook D7 has been played. But how did we get here? I mean, I'm trying to get out of the pin, and you keep it going. Precisely.
E to E4. Bobby Fischer's comment was best by test.
You're sacrificing a pawn. Uh-huh. Let's get those ponies. And I want to capture on F3. I feel like I've got some counterplay. In those previous positions, I didn't have anything going for me. Very
Interesting
good.
position so far.
Is a devastating threat.
You're sacrificing a pawn. He played Queen C5. Exactly.
Don't want a trade draw. Do not want a trade by any means.
Right. I was going to say, I think it was in Vaikonze where it was Anish Gary White against Magnus Carlsen, and they played an incredibly theoretical winner where
F4.
Yeah, that is perfect. Perfectly played.
Queen takes d4.
Or he could
That
just
was
take it.
crazy.
He didn't see
That's
it.
that's
He didn't see it. Now he's back in the game,
and
then
knight
he
takes d4.
takes back.
He will
He's
feel
literally
like
back in the game.
he let his opponent escape. Rook takes b6. Right now, rook b8, knight e6. Check. But how did we get here?
I don't know.
And quite frankly, he doesn't have too much of a choice. And check.
Okay.
King e2 and capture
now
on
he can take
g7.
it,
If you
but I
want
can
to
also take
trade
here.
queens, you kind of, you know, you're helping black and capture on g7. Rook takes g7. Bishop
Check
f4.
goes here.
Right. Absolutely. Let's do it. Bishop e7 on the board. a5. I think maybe we want to get the queen into the game. Bishop back to g3. The spirit of Shirov just took over your body.
Takes 7 only. Is he gonna push?
What?
Wish I could take.
Here, after
Wow.
no,
Here, take.
c5,
If he takes, I can take now.
but some really top players.
Then, if he sidesteps, there is a check, and then go back
King David 7. He
here.
just played rook on d1. Check. And
Now this one.
while I've disturbed you, I've cost myself some time as well, right? King e6.
Okay,
Correct.
now I'm pretty.
Those little nagging things. The king is a little bit better. The rook is
Finally.
better. The bishop is better.
Mm.
Bishop back to g3. And I don't know. You're going to be doing a little karaoke this evening? Okay, so your rook c5 looked more frightening to me. Why not rook b5? Precisely so. We do have the move rook d4. And after king f5, exactly, rook to d7. I had to play h5, I guess. I'm a happy camper. Bishop d2.
Miasser's next book, The Sunny Side of the Torture.
King e6. King f6. It's not good. It's not good. And even worse news is awaiting. Okay, so your rook c5 looked more frightening to me. King e6. I was going to put my king on f6, okay? King to f5. h4. Yeah, nice. I mean, really, we're blessed with great chess players. After there was a check, put the rook on b5, bishop d2. Oops. Rook c5. Okay, so I'll... And he's just posted his rook up in the center of the board with the move rook d5. Rook takes d5, takes d5. Exactly. King e2, h3.
King d4.
No way. King g3. Bishop f4, h2. King e2, king g3. Okay, very nice. And
Okay, that was close one.
f4. Yeah, we have king g4, king e6, f5. Check. Okay, f6, king e6. So king f8, f7. Okay, king g7 on the board. King gets pushed to g6 square. So, and now, and we've seen king g7. Well, then king g7. Sorry, king h7 was played.
Again, after many, many countless master games.
Oof. Yeah, that was close one. Damn, it's crushing it.
c5, c3, knight c6, d4 was
Takes
played,
takes.
cd4,
D4 most
cd4,
likely.
e5. That's pretty
हाँ भाई
significant.
अबे तू
would say.
टेंशन नहीं ले
And then came d5.
अबे तू
Oh
भाई को
my.
देख अभी
And
तो
again, knight d4 has been played. Knight c3. I mean, the Berlin lives another day. Does this make any sense to toss in this move? Bishop b4, bishop e3, queen a5. Is this pawn structure and bishop ending is superior for white? Bishop d3.
Castles.
Okay, that's moving. Right. So these gentlemen are also very, very close friends. I like the move knight e2, d6, h3, bishop to d7. Maybe you just want to do something solid. Castle short. Now, bishop c5, queen c4. Da 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 da. And
looking
it's
for a
all
queen
action,
trap.
action. b5. I'm going to play 4 pawn storm. Queen b3. And yes, I'm going to be afraid of that happening. So
Already take.
well, what you know how sweet it is. They, I don't get paid enough. So a3's on the board, right? Played a5. Hey man, I'm going to murder the bum. Absolutely.
I can probably take it now this time.
And suddenly knight takes b5 because again,
Here.
I need some help here. A4, it's hopeless. Queen c4.
Yeah, really, you should have fun.
Oh my word.
Being greedy here. Very greedy.
One of the really important parts of endgame play is patience. Patience, and I'm just looking at this position. Maybe it's asking too much. Oops. Easily.
I need to push on this side, I think.
Knight h5. It's all about the initiative. Oops.
Probably here.
In this position, b4. Just been blitzing out their moves like no problem. This bishop on d4, I personally find it annoying. Well, the threats are just piling up, aren't they? I mean, boy.
I literally forced him to do this. Here.
Wait. That's yeah, I am. I'm a pawn grubber.
Pretty damn dumb.
Queen b3.
Okay. It is what it
Really?
is. I have to do it.
Yes. Knight g3. And say, what do you got? Nothing has happened. Easily. Knight takes d4. Oops. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I think the knight is trapped now.
Was played.
The knight is trapped. Can do. I am a piece
Now,
of exchange up, sorry. Not just a piece of, but
That looks kind of interesting.
exchanged piece.
Okay, but
Here,
queen c2.
we can take it.
This feels like black is just fine here.
We can take it, of course.
Well, we'll certainly keep a very close eye on that game. Well, I want to capture on e4. Well, I want to capture on e4. G6. So this is after. Yeah. Okay. So black has issues, no question.
H4.
Guess what? They got exactly to this ending that we had expected, and some F3.
So I must have had cruel teachers. At least Jeffrey Parson took a great interest in making me struggle.
F5. Yeah, nice. All right. Well, they are following our line. Well, I want to capture on e4. Well, I want to capture on
That is a
e4.
beautiful outpost. More than happy to. Oh,
Potentially, if you were really worried about your material, you could.
oh,
Oops.
there is a pin. Oh no.
It's preparation, guys.
I forgot about the pin. Damn it.
A make or break game.
We're gonna
Queen
take
d3.
We can actually take it. Still be safe.
This is beginning to get more and more unpleasant.
I forgot about that pin.
Correct. Very hard to argue with that. I mean,
Looks close to lost,
the right.
if anything.
Knight
Here.
e6. I forgot. Check. Uh-oh. Check. But in this case,
Damn it. This one just went.
I don't see that as very forcing at all. Rook on f3. No worries. Yes, please. Queen takes f3. Queen takes f3.
Okay, that is it too, of course. That was a horrible blunder. Damn.
Where's Alejandro?
Just take.
Queen
take
takes
everything,
d5, which is
take
okay. Now,
Take everything.
knight f4. And just for all the reasons you're saying. And again, all I'm trying to say, check. This is the way you blow it. And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on f1. I just didn't understand the move h6. Sure. King g7 on the board. Again, with a very straightforward idea. Rook d7. Check. King f6. Rook d3.
You can also take.
Winning the house. G5 and
He played H5. Very good move.
and we've seen King G7, Knight E3 check. Twitter went ballistic. Can an argument be made for Queen B1, by the way? Yeah, I'm going to be afraid of that happening. So, exactly. Knight F5, check. King H7, the move Rook G2, a make or break game, check. Queen C7. But, okay, I do like Queen D1. By the way, just everybody, once again, and after King F3, check. Can an argument be made for Queen B1, by the way? Check. Queen B5 on the board. Check. Well, it's
I mean,
that
I've been on time,
clock,
but yeah, really not well played by me. Oof. I need water, but I don't have water. Doctor
maybe
needs
C5, Knight F3, D6.
played him 3 times before.
He's really bearing down.
Knight F6. After this move, Knight C3, A6, Bishop G5. Yeah. E5. I'm old-fashioned, right? Knight B3. Bishop E7. Okay, very, very nice. Queen F3, but castles, castle long.
Oh, he wants to
So
castle queen
both
instead.
players
Okay.
showing that they're very well prepared because they've just been zipping right along here. Rook to E8 now, or something like that. Knight D5, and we're here, guys. Bishop E7 on the board. Well, wait a minute. G4. Here I got
Damn.
B5.
Striking the G5 directly.
Easy day at the office.
He just wants to push. Okay. I mean, you can push, bro, if you want to. Be my
Christian, I
guest.
need some help here. From the,
Bishop D3.
Here.
Bishop B7. I think you made a lot of fans happy by putting on the pressure.
The moves are pretty much automatic now.
Something like this.
100%.
Here.
Knight D7. Just calling it the way you see it. H4. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't go for this.
Here. Take.
Let's go to London and Alejandro. Alejandro, what do you make of this position? Yeah. That's a surprise move. G6, Queen F3. And now we're in this. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's 50-50, meaning 50% of the time that white may win, 50% of the time black may lose. I think it's less than that. And very threatening. Okay.
So I must have had cruel teachers. At least Jeffrey
Huge blunder.
Parson took a great
Very lucky.
interest in making me struggle.
That's a surprise move.
Yeah,
Rook
bro,
H3.
thanks. Appreciate it. Much
In
appreciated.
fact, after
Bishop G5.
check.
Not an
Well,
easy
what are we
game
gonna
by
do?
any means,
Well,
but
then King
I
G7.
survived. If he wants to sack, he can. Be my guest.
Well, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying
Here,
it doesn't feel
it's
really
completely dead. Solid. I don't see any weakness or anything like that.
Oh.
Queen G3.
Oops.
No idea what is he trying to do, but
So
seems
rook to
interesting.
C8 played twice
Oh,
by
he wants to do this?
Magnus Carlsen as white.
I'll take it.
F4. Now he can take on F4. Very, very good. And
Mm.
yes. Now he can take on F4.
I still don't see how it's good for him, though. That's a free pawn. Should I
Knight,
take it?
pardon me, rook to... Well,
I'll
I want to
take it.
capture on E4.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Or something like that.
Taking back is pretty much forced. And now...
I like the move knight E2.
Yeah, but your piece...
They have this position.
Bro, your rook is falling.
Oh my.
We blundered it. Here.
So then it has to be knight E5
Take.
then. Oh my goodness, the tactic.
Looks pretty safe. Nothing to worry about, I think.
Very natural move indeed.
Damn, Sicilian is beautiful, man. Here. Or no.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I
Maybe I'll
mean,
try to attack it.
it's all scary. Queen D7.
I'm gonna take everything
Oops.
from him.
Indeed, that's exactly what we
Leave
have
nothing
gotten.
behind.
And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on F1. Yeah, okay, so black has issues, no question.
Maybe the
Yeah.
stake. Trade, simplify
And
things.
what do the engines say?
Here, I think
Bishop
I
E3.
can take twice.
My king has been
Should be winning.
compromised, and maybe. Okay, so
Should be winning.
Queen F6, very
Ooh,
decent
there is
move.
a
Check.
difference. Okay.
I mean, the Berlin lives another day.
Here. He still has to move this knight away. Because otherwise
No.
it's gone.
And I'm just thinking that black is having the more fun here.
I can take it.
It wasn't rigged.
Does
Right.
that work?
Queen F6.
I can take it.
And knight takes D4. It means that in such positions, I've always, I really appreciated the advice of Walter Brown.
Takes
He
sack
advised
here,
me
right?
that when my opponent's in time trouble,
But that
not to
doesn't work, because I
necessarily
can take with
make
the
the
pawn,
most
no?
forcing moves in the position,
I
but
can
to
take it
make
with
a
the pawn.
quiet
It's
move like
completely
King
safe, I think.
G2, just one of those moves that just says to your opponent, go ahead and make a bad move, get
Yep.
yourself all nervous, and, you know,
This has to be completely safe. Has to be winning.
rook E1, you
Mm.
found it.
Here.
And we're getting into some of those variations.
Wait, I can just take it now.
Yeah,
No, not really, not really, not really.
No, no. Now I start wondering, have I blown it? I don't know. Did I blow it?
when you look at it, it seems so concrete and so devastating. Right. Queen D6.
Yeah, this looks better.
Oops, sorry. I just have
Much
to
better.
go back.
My experience has told me that black's game is not only playable, it's really good.
It's mate
Rook
now.
E1, you found it. Check.
Check and mate.
That's really fascinating
Yeah,
final
this
position.
is thought. Good game, good game. Interesting game, I'd say. was back as expected. Crushing the tournament. This guy is pretty strong. I don't know who is he. $22.79 performance rating. Wow. Beautifully done. The pairing is too slow. That is the only problem. He just one more strong. He's gonna
C5,
berserk.
C3,
Okay.
knight C6, D4, CD4, CD4. My pawn grabbing credentials, E6, D5. All right. Okay, and then you have to. What's the verdict here? Knight F3. Again, this knight went to F6. That position looks like a very interesting one. Knight C3. Cool.
I mean, I know this is good, but
H6. We reckon is the best move.
I know this
D6.
is good, but I don't know
Knight
the
C6.
continuation. That's the only problem here. I know this is 100% good for me.
Well, wait. Why is that so nice? Knight G4.
I know this is
Bishop
100%
F4.
good, but
If you want to trade queens, you kind of, you're helping black. Queen A5. Okay, so no question about it.
I mean,
So
I
I'll
know
try
this is
queen
good, but
E2.
how do I do this?
Is this a serious advantage?
I can also castle
Now,
queen
why
side
would we
if
play
needed.
F6 though? I mean, sure.
Here, no, I have to take first, right?
Which makes a lot of sense.
Takes, I can take. Oh, he's gonna take with that.
Alpha Zero over there.
He's gonna take with the knight now.
Yes.
Hmm.
After we have some moves. What were they?
Here. Strikes.
They're
down.
so good. There might be some trickies. Queen C2. Knight D5. Okay.
I'll give a
The
check
queen
anyway.
had to drop back to G6.
Go back.
Check. And looks what
This
happened.
has to be good for me. If anything, wait, if I go here, he just takes it.
Bit
That
artificial.
is a little bit trouble.
No.
Check.
100%.
Bishop back
Okay, I'll
to
risk
G3.
it. Most likely it's bad. Check.
Blockade. Yes. Exactly. Check.
Goes here, I can take.
Got
There is no other
97.
way to.
There is a big threat.
Here.
Give me your queen. Okay, so, and I'm forced to move my king. Okay, check. Yeah, right.
Oh, I can check
and
and take it
capture
back.
on G7 and chase the king.
Oh, that
And
is
it's
beautiful.
very clear whose king is more vulnerable.
Put your king on
Beautiful.
D6. You've got nothing to fear. Check. BC3.
Yeah, I'm a piece
Try
up
to
now.
take advantage of.
That was
your
beautiful
edge.
continuation.
Sweet. B6.
Damn good. That was
Castle
very
long.
good.
Check.
Here.
There's something about this game. I hate to say it, but
He has to
too
do
easy.
this.
Bishop B5.
He has to do
Rook
this.
B8.
Probably
I knew when
here.
I met your mom, she said
Check.
you were good for something, and I guess she
Go
was right.
back.
Yeah.
Has to do this, as I said.
Bishop on B3.
This check is not yet, but
A5. That just kind of keeps this majority Yeah. You know, in line. Right. What?
Hmm. I mean, it is completely winning, but okay.
On A4. Bishop
I don't
C2.
mind. You can push all you want.
Bishop B7. And
Here,
let's
I'm gonna
just
push
G3. Well, the threats are just piling up,
Here.
aren't they? I mean, boy. Oops.
Now you can do this, I think. Okay.
Wow. I mean, that's
Push here.
that's preparation that goes from the opening to the end game, doesn't it?
Hmm. I can push. I can also
And
do
knight
this in
G6,
here.
King F6.
Here.
By the way, you're channeling Fabi very well because
Takes, I'm taking it.
the move I was a little reluctant to play.
F5
That is a
was
blunder because
Fabi's choice
now-
as well.
I'm gonna take the piece. I'm 2 pieces up. It's completely winning, isn't it?
King G7.
Definitely
It will be
designable
very
position.
intriguing to
Check.
see. Check. So
I can take this check,
got knight E7.
and this is mate.
Check. Very quickly played. So this is after.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
The
That was a good game indeed. Finally, after a long time. Tough 5 may be possible, maybe not. We'll see. Probably 2 more games if I'm lucky. Pairing is too slow, man. Definitely pairing is too slow. Emerald, he's very strong, isn't he? I have no idea who this guy is.
I'm thinking that this
Yeah,
pawn on
E5.
E5 is the base, you know, the foundation. C3. Yeah. Suppose I did something like knight F6. I just didn't understand the move H6. Rook E1, you found it. Queen E7. I was just going to say that this was the old line, Bishop E6. As expected, Bishop B5. Deadbot shuffle. I would assume Bishop D7 is automatic, but that's what I'm thinking as well. Knight F1, Knight G4. Well, dude, you tricked me.
Multiple options available. You can defend it.
Oops. Do we have one D4 on the board? And again, all I'm trying
I
to
guess
say.
that too is an option.
Yeah, I think that definitely will be pleased with the outcome of his opening preparation in the sense that, you know, he's the person on the sunny side of the torture. And achieving a 2-result game, meaning a draw or a win,
Right. I wouldn't say
Bishop
it's
is
a
pretty damn
massive
annoying. Not gonna lie.
novelty or play for something, but at least there's some imbalance.
Bishop is annoying.
Christian, I need some help here. Of course, you just simply want to play Bishop to E3.
Text doesn't work.
Can't tickle this guy, huh? This is the way you blow
Here.
it. A6.
Can I just sidestep? I can, I guess.
Oh my goodness, the
Also-
tactic. And now. Black's next
He
3
wants to
moves
take my
are
knight.
easy. CD4.
No? Okay. Takes is not a move. Takes is not a move.
It's
for
hopeless.
Sure. Here, I guess. Sidestep. Would probably take as well.
Fantastic.
I think
Rook
you
C1,
should play here, but okay.
Queen
Here,
David
and take.
Yeah. Do you walk into this tempo? Bishop C2.
He defends it. He knows.
Let's
Maybe I can
let's
double.
go to London
No,
and
no.
Alejandro. Alejandro, what do you make of this position?
Here. That's nasty. Ooh.
Bringing his pieces to the defense of his king.
Okay, yeah, that is a good move.
I'm not a really big fan of trading the queens.
Pro Aaron Nimzovich, and I thought he was a very, very good player, and I really admire his game. And he had some of the great quotes. I mean, no question about it. The threat is stronger than the execution. Still, absolutely one of my all-time favorites. This is where he goes off the rails on, ideas that are garbage. Overprotection. I can't think of any single game, like in any modern tournament, where you have seen a win from overprotection. And yet it was like, chapter and verse in my system. It was like, what? It's hilarious.
There is still a threat.
Queen D3.
Okay, he wants to mate me.
Really? Okay. Is that right?
He wants to mate me. Understandable. Here, take.
This is Groundhog Day. G6. Okay, so let's say I go
You piece of dung, like
G3.
He's baiting me.
Queen David
He's
8.
baiting me
Hey
to
man,
take
I
it.
got the 2 bishops. Yeah.
And he got me. Fuck it.
Knight takes D4.
And he still got me.
Card-carrying member of Pawn Grubbers. Bishop G5. So I don't see why this shouldn't be good.
Such a beautiful position. Just a beautiful match.
That is weird. As expected, Bishop B5. I think you made a lot of fans happy by putting on the pressure. Okay. Don't blunder a tactic.
Is that playable? Have I blundered? I'm not sure.
As white, he had really fought himself out of his difficulties and got himself into this crazy position.
Yeah, I think I've blundered. I'm not
This
sure.
is a different Berlin than I'm used to.
Okay, take. So I'm gonna take here.
I have seen it only when the light square bishops are still on the board. And
Takes.
I must say, I wasn't looking there myself. Bishop takes D8. Rook takes D8. Okay.
Take doesn't do
No question
anything.
about it.
Opposite
King
square
G2.
bishops.
King G7 on the board.
Should be
Bishop
equal.
D3. The standard
Anything.
move. Oh.
Here. Pawn is defended, of course.
Knight C3.
So I don't really care
probably
about
was
it that
something
much.
similar to what I was also
Here.
anticipating. Now, last time I played
Can
C6
take
and
it
I
if he
got
wants
myself into
to.
trouble. A4. It's crazy. Okay.
Take.
And
Go
back
back.
here, it's a girl. Knight C3. Well, here you don't have.
Go here.
Oh, what?
Can take.
Rook e6?
Seems pretty damn equal. But maybe I'm a
Takes
pawn up.
e6.
1, 2,
Knight
3,
takes
4.
e6,
1, 2, 3,
guys.
4, 5.
Why did Rook a1 have to be played? Well, I'm not usually one to gift away my pawns. Bishop b6. Correct. This feels like black is just fine here. Knight e4.
Here.
And then came d5.
He has to go back.
Try to take advantage of
I'll attack it.
your
Go
edge.
here. Try to
Bishop c2.
infiltrate. Here.
Rook to e8.
I'll trade it.
I
No
was
time.
thinking I could play knight a4.
Okay, that is a
But
blunder
let's,
now. Because
and they
now
are
double
both
attack.
Really moving quickly. Just
This is literally double
rook to
attack now.
e2. Bishop d3 looks intuitively
I can even
right.
take
and
here.
then I was going to go
Those still
rook takes
false.
b2. Oops.
Ooh,
Rook f4.
that love is scary.
Rook to d2 and say, what do you got? Well, now. Oh my gosh.
Here,
Bishop c5.
I'm gonna push.
That is a question I would want to ask as well. h4. Here I got what?
गालियां दे रहा है. Makes no sense.
Rook on f3.
I'll
d4.
push.
Bishop d3 looks intuitively
I'll
right.
push anyway.
But okay, sorry. Let me just play the straightforward lines, and then we can.
That
see
is not
what
gonna
we'll do.
work.
And
Not gonna work.
well, this rook on b7 is pretty.
Okay, the pairing has stopped, but wait. I'm sorry. What is happening? The tournament is over, no? Ah, okay, top 5. Not bad, not bad. I mean, with a single loss, I'm happy. 2300 performance rating is also good enough for me. For now, at least. Okay, that's it. I guess I'll leave now. Yeah. Yeah, I have to leave. GG's all